What is up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I am going to be doing a guide for story mode on normal difficulty in Mirrorverse, so let's get straight into the video. So you're a few weeks now into the game and you're going through story mode on normal difficulty and it's quite simple. So let's just go through chapter 1 first. It's quite simple, you got the first couple of quests. You start with either Merida or Ariel, one of the basic guardians that you have, and you're just going through it. It's quite simple at the beginning, and obviously you finish chapter 1 quite simply. The boss is a magnificent, she's very easy to deal with. You just got to be aware of her specials, but other than that she's quite easy to deal with. And yeah, chapter 1 should just be quite simple, so that's nothing really to worry about. So now moving on, we got chapter 2. This is when it starts to get a tiny bit difficult. So chapter 2, we just got the normal quest here. You just got to make sure you do it easily. You got all these different guardians here to fight, and you're starting to progress a little bit more into the game. You're starting to rank up your guardians, get the resources to take them to rank 2. You're starting to get some good pulls, hopefully starting to get some 3-4 stars, and it does become a little bit easier when you are doing these content with these guardians. The final boss on this chapter, we have Jack Sparrow. Now Jack Sparrow isn't too hard to deal with. He does regenerate a lot, and there is quite a few enemies here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 enemies, not including Jack Sparrow, so 8 in total on the final fight. You just got to be aware of this. Goofy's quite annoying to deal with. You just got to try and have a ranged guardian to deal with all of these. And then we got some of these basic tank goons. They are very annoying to deal with, but you should be able to do it. All you really need to do for this is when there's a support boss, you just want to kill the boss as soon as you can. It will stop more enemies spawning, so make sure you do that. And then the same for chapter 3. You're starting to rank up more, you're starting to get more guardians. And then the boss for this one is another magnificent. Now you just got to be aware obviously of her special attacks. It is quite annoying. And then the goons in here, there's quite a few here to deal with, but all you need to do really is focus on taking down the boss. And once you got the boss down, it will just be very simple. It will just be a normal encounter. So yeah, chapter 3, it is quite difficult, but once you have the correct counters and the right guardians leveled up, it should be easy. Now chapter 4, it starts getting a little bit more difficult, and the boss for this chapter 4, we have our first annoying boss, Genie. Now Genie is very difficult, and this is when normal starts to feel quite hard, because Genie actually has 3 phases. At 75% he goes indestructible for 5 seconds, same for 50 and 25%, so it draws out the fight for a longer distance. And the actual goons here are quite annoying. We have like the melee goon who's always going to be attacking you, continuously pushing you, which will be annoying. Then we got the support goons who are just going to be hitting up everybody you're trying to face, and it does get quite annoying, so you want to take down them. And then you also have the tank ones and Mickey Mouse. This one is when it starts to get difficult right here. Genie's a very annoying boss to deal with, so you just got to really just go in with your strongest guardians and attack this with all you have. And that is how you defeat it. Now moving over to chapter 5, this is when we introduce the A1, A2, the separate 2 encounters where you'll need basically Rapunzel. If you have a Rapunzel, definitely do it. If you don't worry about it too much. And then the boss for this, we have Oogie Boogie. Now Oogie Boogie, he isn't that bad to deal with, to be honest. He's one of the weakest tanks in the actual game, so it shouldn't be too difficult to deal with. You just gotta bring in somebody who does a lot of damage real quick. Somebody like Merida, if you do still have someone like Merida, or anybody that is really good. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of Oogie Boogies that spawn in, so you just got to deal with them. But really 5 is quite simple, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Now moving on to number 6. For the boss, we have Hades. Now Hades is very annoying. I struggled on this quite a bit, so you just got to remember that Hades is immune to burn. He's also a ranged guardian, so he's always going to be shooting at you from range. So you need a tank guardian with you, a support guardian, guardians that give these abilities to whatever your main damage dealer is. So someone like Scrooge McDuck works really well for this fight, because Scrooge also has his ability to get critical buffs to all of your teammates, and then also has the ability to regen and heal all your teammates at the same time. So that's really good to have. If you have Scrooge McDuck, definitely use him. It's not too simple. It's not too hard. If you have the right counters, if you have someone like Scrooge McDuck, it's quite simple. You just got to be aware of these swarms. They do stun you and they lock you in place and they absolutely wreck you. I got wrecked so many times by these, so you just want to use someone that has some good ranged attacks, stay away, avoid the damage, and use someone that heals all of your teammates. Now number 7, I'm actually still stuck on number 7 on the last fights. Now the fights leading up to this is quite simple. I didn't really struggle with these fights. You should start getting 4 and 5 stars. Maybe you have a couple of 3 stars, but ranking them up high, doing the supply runs, and just getting all these guardians, and you're getting some good major tank motes and all these sort of different motes you get from here. Now the boss itself, this boss is very difficult. I haven't done it yet. Jaffa is very annoying. It's not even necessarily him that's the most annoying. It's the amount of goons that spawn in and surround you and deal damage towards you. You're constantly getting stunned. You're constantly taking damage. It's a very annoying fight. You just want to go in there with everything you have, your best team. Make sure you have a healer with you. Make sure you have someone that has tons of damage, and just try your best. You might not be able to get it the first time, you might not be able to get it the second time, the third time, the fourth time, the fifth time, but eventually you will get some good luck, you'll get some good damage going, and you will be able to take this down, whether it be from a 1 star or a 2 star, or if you lose someone else and you don't get that 3 star. It is still a very difficult fight to do. Even at my level now, it is very hard to do. So yeah, that's about it for today's video. If you did like it, please leave a like and subscribe for more. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.